Hey there, it's Ashley again, and I'm going to continue on from my last video where I talked about drop shadow, and this one I'm going to talk about how we can achieve this sort of background image that we see here and have it kind of sit behind this section here. It's kind of a cool effect, and you're going to see this throughout this site, and for the most part you can implement what I'm going to do here in all these different kinds of areas to pull off for your site. So what we're going to do is we have to isolate the section that we want this image to be in. So it's this background one. It's not this nesting set or the nested section here. We're going to go ahead and add an image. I did this as an SVG. You can do it as a PNG, but I'm going to do it as an SVG just because it's going to be a smaller file size and it's going to be much more crisp and clean looking because it maintains its vector based. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, for size, we're actually going to give it a custom size. And this is measured in width is what we're going to be able to customize it with. So let's go ahead and take a look here. This goes about halfway down this white box. So we'll make it do the same. And it kind of is about there. So now we got position here. And what we want to do is we want to move this to the right. So let's see here. Center right. Actually, we want top right. Top right. And let's go ahead and get rid of this here. That's close, but you can see how it's all the way on the edge on this one here. And that's not exactly what we want. So what we're going to do is play around with some of Elementor's tools here that are really great. You can customize your position, and we're actually going to customize this and put it exactly where we want. So let's put it at 860. More than that. We're going to make it 880, 890. Where are we at here? Probably more than that. 920. 950. Yeah, 950 looks pretty good. Oh, and then we move it, and it moves over with us. So this is the problem when adjusting things like this. Is we lose a lot of our ability for responsive flow here. Let's try 90%. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that actually works okay. So that's the long and short of it is basically dropping in here, putting in here and putting it as an image. And you're going to want, for the size, you're going to want to make sure you put custom. You adjust the sizing that you want. Or you're going to contain one of those two. You don't want to cover because cover is going to expand it to fill up the whole area there, and we don't really want that here. So custom is going to allow you to really pick exactly the sizing that you want on this, and then you can choose the X position, or if you want to, you can just use this and allow it to kind of stick it to one side or the other. Now, if you wanted to get really crazy, what you could do is you could then add as an overlay, you could do something really similar and just put it maybe in a different spot. This is not what we saw with the design, but let's go ahead and do it and see what happens here. We're going to make this custom size, but we need to get rid of the no repeat, or we want to make sure it's not repeating at all. Let's go pixels and Okay, so there's that. And what I want to try then now is just to put this on the bottom left, just to bring a little bit of balance to it. And now we have this image floating back here as well. So it's kind of a cool way to bring a lot of different visual appeal to your site, make it look a little bit more interesting. And again, what we want to try and get away from is just this cookie cutter boilerplate sort of design style that we have. That we see on so many websites. And one way of doing that is just implement these little things. These little tweaks, these little effects can really go a long way to making your site look better than your competitors and really enhancing the design that you're putting out. And so if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Also, I do have a newsletter that I send out twice a month, and you can access that by going to and clicking the link in the description below. And if you haven't checked out Elementor, I really encourage you to do so. Elementor is the best page builder out there, and I have a link for that in the page below as well, or in the description below as well. Thanks for your time, and hopefully we will touch base again soon.